Yesterday, Disney released a new heartwarming movie about Clemson football, and I am a rather salty Gamecock fan. So let's get into it. Welcome to Silver Screen Talk. My name is Luke LaPointe. I started this channel because movies are a big part of my life, and I want to talk about them with people who care about them as much as I do. With that, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And most importantly, as we are talking about a new movie, I want to hear you down in that comment section. Have you seen Safety? Are you planning on seeing Safety? If you have seen it, what do you think about it? Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you disagree with my thoughts? In addition, what other videos am I be doing? I'm doing Top 10 Tuesday. I'm sorry I missed this week. I had finals, so I was focusing on my education. But what other Top 10 videos do you want me to be doing? What ranking videos do you want me to be doing? We have a lot of stuff dropping about Marvel and Disney and Star Wars, so I will be doing videos about that. And with that, let's start. Now, before we actually get into it, I want to give you a little disclaimer. I am a big Gamecock fan. I go to the University of South Carolina. If you don't know, they are big rivals with Clemson, so I'm a little salty that a movie gets made about my rival school. I'm trying not to be too swayed by this, but I am a little salty. So that might affect a little bit of the heart score. Let's get into it though. Now, this is a very good movie, and it first off, is a very heartwarming story. You know, it's one of those tearjerkers that gets you right in the heart because it's about brotherhood and it's about overcoming extreme adversity and the importance of sport. One of the things it does especially for a PG movie, is touch on some very tough issues in terms of family problems and addiction, and the NCAA is a big problem for me, but it touches upon some very tough issues for a younger audience, being a PG movie. So it gets points for trying to impart some wisdom on some young kids. In addition, you have great performance from Jay Reeves, who plays Ray McAlberry. He really channels all the emotion and all the hardships that Ray is going through, all the stress that Ray is going through raising his brother, taking 18 credit hours in one semester, having to play Clemson football, having to date this girl. And he does a great job just channeling all that emotion, and he does it the right way. He also has great chemistry with his younger brother counterpart, who played Famar. And they just do a great job having that great brother relationship where they'll be tough times, but they always come together and they always are there. This movie also does a great job showing the power of sports, showing what sports can do for people, the opportunities that it can give people. And not just that, but shows the importance of the brotherhood that is created because of sport, because of Ray's situation, and how his brothers on the Clemson football team do come and do help him, get through this in this very trying time. I also like it because it's a little bit more original than some sports movies, especially these heartwarming sports movies, because it shows the triumphs of the student athlete off the field instead of the adversity he has to go through to get success on the field. So I do like the somewhat originality, even though it's a true story on that. There are some things I did not like about it. First off, it's about Clemson football. As you can see, I'm wearing my Gamecock gear. These colors run deep. I bleed garnet and black, so I love my Gamecocks. If you do not know, we are big rivals with Clemson. So to see a movie made about my rival school, it's tough. It's real tough. So I keep watching and seeing people talk all this stuff about Clemson football and that school from the upstate. I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm channeling all my anger. Trying not to sway me, though. The script was a bit weak at times. I think that some lines felt forced, and sometimes it didn't channel the right emotion. You have some very emotional scenes. You have some very emotional things going on, and I don't think they quite channeled it as well as they could with the screenplay and the script and the writing. I did not think Reeves and Corinne Fox, who played his girlfriend Casey, had a lot of believable chemistry. I feel like she was a little forced into that plot. I do not know if she was a real person in Ray McAlberry's life, but I wish they spent more time focusing on the relationship, especially through these hard times, of Famar and Ray, than Ray having to start this relationship with Casey. She was nice at times. She did some great things, but I feel like she was a little forced into this plot when it really should have been focused on the team, Ray, and Famar. It could be a bit melodramatic at times, and it felt like it created random conflict with the wrong people, like some seniors on his team, his coaches. And I think what it did is throw off from the actual issue. I think they should have focused on the real big bad in this, which was the NCAA, because of the hypocrisy of the NCAA. I do not like the NCAA. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that. And the hypocrisy of how they say they're there for their student athletes, but then they have a student athlete going through this very, very tough time where he needs a waiver to be able to play and also receive assistance for his brother, and they don't let him for a while. That needs to be focused on more in this movie, and it wasn't. So it threw off from the real issue. In addition, I think this movie should have been PG-13 instead of PG. Like I said, it does touch upon some really tough issues, and for a PG movie, it does it pretty well. But it doesn't do it well enough, in my opinion, because it really needs to go into the problems, the sadness of addiction, and really explore that and how it forced Ray and Famar into this situation. I think they should have made it PG-13, make it a little more adult, and I think it would have resonated that much better with a teenage audience. And, it isn't a movie that should be for 10-year-olds. It is a movie that has more teenage, young adult lessons. So I think it should have been PG-13 and not PG. However, it was a heartwarming story, and I always love heartwarming sports movies. So if I'm going to use my brain score, thinking like a crate, my brain score, I'm going to give it a 76%. I do think it was pretty good. It was lacking on some stuff, but, I do love sports movies. As a Gamecock fan, though, using my heart score, thinking as a cock, I'm going to give this a negative 82% now. Really, I'd probably give it an 82%, but it's about Clemson, so I'm giving it a negative 82%, and that's a review. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If you've seen the movie, what you think about it. Thank you so much. Keep on loving movies as much as I do, and go Cox!